What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Battle Brothers. We are attempting to end the unholy crusade of the North against our brothers in the South, which is what this entire campaign has turned into. We are once again defending an abandoned fortress on behalf of the Southerners. Our crew is looking pretty good. We've got minor scrapes and bruises. Theodore here. Yeah, Theodore leveled at the end of the last episode. I think I talked about making him... Did I talk about making him a sword master, or is that what I wanted to do with Frank? Yes, okay. It's all coming back to me. It's been a few days. This is Theodore. Theodore could be a hammer master. We've got a cleaver, axe, flail, mace. I like to have one of everything. We don't have a polearm master, but that's not going to be him. And that's one of the probably the least necessary. We don't... Do we not have a spear master? One of you guys is a spear master, correct? Huh. I could have sworn we had one. It was probably supposed to be Ozpin. You can get multiple masteries. Yeah, Ozpin is our spear bro, but he's also really good at throwing. So we went with throwing mastery. He might take a spear mastery as well. Okay. So with that, I feel like I just pulled the trigger on hammer mastery, which in addition to the whole, 25% less fatigue for skills business, destroy armor and demolish armor inflict 33% more damage against armor. Shatter gains a plus 5% chance to hit. And we're not using a pole hammer, but... So we've got, wait, gotta actually look at it. We've got destroy armor. So that's what benefits from this. 33% more damage versus armor. If we use this, it already does good damage versus armor. Yeah, use this against orc warriors and stuff. It's kind of the best use case for it. Let's go ahead and pop that. Boom. Perhaps not the best of masteries, but it's okay. And then lastly here, guys, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take fast adaptation. One thing you could do, I could see using on pretty much every bro that has a shield, is grabbing Shield Expert. As it does give an additional 25% bonuses to shields. I might start including that more in my my Let's Plays. I feel like I don't give this enough love, and I used to always take that. But we're going to value the offensive capability over the defensive. And guys, we're waiting for an army to approach right now as we attempt to camp. And right as we start, we get... Let me go ahead and put my phone on silent, guys. We get our next oath that needs to be taken. Days have come and gone, and in the nights you have mostly sat alone, pondering. But you're not always alone. In moments of introspection, the oath taker, young Anselm, arrives, handing you purpose and duty. And this past evening, he made it clear to you that the Light Brigade's next oath should be either bonuses versus the undead and negatives versus everything else, bonuses versus beasts and negatives versus everything else, or what is this one? Oath of Distinction. Young Anselms frequently pursued solitude, sometimes even on the battlefield. Prove yourself worthy in such a manner that not even the old gods may claim their eyes have erred in what glories they have seen. Your men get bonus 10 resolve, 3 fatigue recovery per turn, and deal 10% damage if there are no allies on adjacent tiles. You gain extra renown if one of your men levels up 2 times. Okay. Your men gain no experience for allied kills, so you only get to keep what you kill. And we fight in a very close formation. So this is not great for us, but I'm going to take this one. These are straight up debuffs, because we're not fighting undead and we're not fighting beasts. At least in the near term. But for now, let's take this. We could consider doing some, shenanigans. Like trying to move our formation around to try and take advantage of this. I'm mostly going to ignore it. It's just another debuff to our experience gain. Is how I'm going to look at it. And here we go. These guys coming in hot. How are we looking in terms of health and stuff? What are you guys made up of? A standard bearer, a few arbalisters, some billmen, and a footman. Let's get in there before nightfall. We definitely have the benefit of fighting during the day with our ranged. Quick Draw yells out, and you rush to the walls. Arrayed across the field is a contingent of heavily armed northerners. Perhaps they have learned that it is the Light Brigade standing before them, and they wish to take the matter a mite more seriously. Not that extra caution will save them. There's only one result of facing down the Light Brigade, and you can't help but offer an inviting grin at the approaching assault. To arms. I just watched, it's been a long time since I watched it, but you guys might know if you're into like Warhammer 40k stuff. It's a fan-made movie called Astartes, and it is sick. And I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I think when I originally watched it, there was only part 1. But I just watched it. I think it has 3 parts, and I just watched it, and it was sick. Highly recommend, especially if you love Warhammer 40k stuff. Wow, look at the field they gave us to fight from. This is pretty cool. You don't often get such powerful positions. I'm going to pass. Getting our shooting online right now doesn't matter. We're not going to be able to hit much because they're still behind their shield lines. Let's let them try to climb up here. Give themselves a little bit of fatigue doing so. We'll make smart positions behind these walls. Yeah, and just like that, they've kind of offered up some of these dudes for easy pickings. I will prefer to shoot at guys with big crossbows. Alright, swing and a miss, but we hit something. We wait here. Yeah. Good chance we get a better shot there. We'll let Miguel block that part. Would love to get... I was about to say, would love to get a shot there, get a kill potentially. Our best shots are 80% no matter what. Go for the pole hammer, bro. We didn't get him. That was a pretty crappy miss. Big weapon like this for big damage. Whiffing is not great. Nice. Nice hit with the heavy axe. This is such a powerful, advantageous position. We're going to step here. Step here. I forgot to put my throwing weapons back. But we do have quick hands, so no problem. The old no harm, no foul. Got a 44%er on this Billman. We're going to step here with Mudun. Step here with Arantir. About to say, a second hit there would really hit the spot. Let's step in here, make a concave they want to step in, or if they just want to surround or hammy, and that's great for him. Man, I'm getting a little bit of screen tearing on my main monitor. It doesn't look like it's showing up much on the recording. Let me know, guys, if y'all are seeing that, because it has been a problem for me. And I can't tell if it's because my monitor's on a bad refresh rate or if it's heating up or whatever. But I need to play with that some more. 49, 49. Those suck to miss. Man, this guy is blessed. They're going to have decent shots versus Mudun. Let's take the 3 for there. Damn, no luck, huh? I was going to say, could consider backing him up here. But probably no reason to let them have some high ground. 59, 59. Let's go for the guy who can pretty much universally be hit by our bros. And just as we had bad luck on the last turn in terms of who we could hit, I mean, we went 5 for 5 there. So it's hard to complain. He put himself in a hole and missed. You stupid dummy. Alright, and they're going to block up some of my throwing weapons. Yeah, that's a brutal position for that guy to step in. I'll take these 47s. We'll have to see how all these billmen end up going. Looks like they're congregating pretty heavily around the center. If I step here, can I still shoot? I cannot. Best I can do is a threefer. So we're going to wait again. I feel like we're going to get a better shot than that. $95. Don't miss that one, Anthony. It's a pretty good swap from the AI there. Until I use that ability. Split. And just wreck them. So this is a little bit scary. I am going to back up. There's definitely pros and cons to this. This guy could step here, shuts down my shooting. I'm okay with that. I don't want to give this billman. He could just sit here and smack Mudun. Excellent hits. I'll take 2 out of 3. Let's go for a decap. If we had landed either one of those, we would have got the kill. We might want to start flanking here. And I think we will. It's not the kind of damage I was looking for. We need more than that. Alright, we step in here. This is okay. The board ended up shaking up in a way that I'm happy with. Try and take out some of the supporting elements here. Yeah, their odds to hit from the low ground against shielded guys who are behind barricades, not great for them. We don't have very good shots either. Yeah, good move. But their shield wall will not avail them. The flail goes up and around it. Yeah, and that's what we didn't want to happen to Mudun. That was a heavy hit for him. That was a heavy hit as well, damn. Remember, we probably have more fights after this. I can't afford to take crazy amounts of damage here. Really needed our handgun to do work. Alright, here we go again. That was much more likely. And, wow, we whiffed. We whiffed. That's scary, because if Mudun whiffs here, this flank could be in a bit of trouble. I'll take that. Nice. And we get in there. Another split attack. Didn't get the kill here, and Galdrick is going to pay for it. I will say this, fire pots would have decimated this group here. Having to climb the hill through fire. Our shield bros are doing great. It's really just our flanks where we're getting torn up. I could switch over to bill hooks. In this case, a long axe, and I think I will. Try to take his shield out, but this is why I generally don't use that, because it takes multiple hits. Let's shoot here. Thank God we faded that attack. We might have to swap some armors around before the next battle. I don't think that's going to give us enough time to... Whew, that's 2 misses from Miguel. Enough time to repair like we would need. Especially if the next fight is tougher than this one. And they're definitely not going to give us better terrain than this. Not looking great for Mudun. That's good stuff. Let's see if we can get a hit here. So we don't take any more damage from that bill hook. Just get him out of the lineup. That's a good smash. And Mudun is like... He's killing it. He's actually killing it. But he's taking a lot of damage too. That was an 83%. That was a good chance to hit. Go for the decap and we whiff, man. An 86% chance we roll 100. Okay. Sucks to get in range here. But I think we're going to go... we might go first. We could jump in and smack this guy. That'd be pretty clutch. Nice. You know, the Arbalisters this battle didn't do anything for them. There's that at least. Had we been on an open field, they would have been able to do a hell of a lot more with those heavy crossbows. Three hits from this to destroy a shield. That's why we don't use that, guys. It's a trash ability. Only useful versus Scrat. I have learned this, but every now and then I gotta remind myself. There's a reason I don't use that ability very often. Yeah, not surprised to see some of these dudes trying to go home. That hammer, though. Standard Bearer's not going anywhere. We'll follow up. I don't really like putting Galdrick in danger to chase somebody down that doesn't even really need to die. But hey, arming swords are worth money. And I'm a greedy mercenary. So let's step in here. So those two swings we took, we'd have been better off just hoping for an 18% hitter. There we go. Get on nice even ground with him. This is Miguel's punishment for missing so many attacks. Man, once Killing Frenzy gets going, he just pops these dudes like pimples. I don't need to step in here. I'm not going to. And we've got men in reserve for whatever upcoming fight we have. These two should be able to finish this. Nice. I'm about to demote Miguel. He's got a rare swinging mabob and he just never hits with it. It's not his fault. It's his stats. If he had better stats, he'd be crushing people just like Mudun does. They're pretty low for someone. I generally only make guys with really high melee stats into two-handers because it counts so much more when they hit and when they miss. This doesn't matter all that much. There we go. And finished. Okay. Any levels from that? Doesn't appear so. We picked up 3 heavy crossbows now that we don't need them at all anymore. I actually got an extra one just sitting in my inventory. Cruel, cruel world. No, we want to keep that. can toss that. Can toss this. Yeah, I don't need a ton of those. Okay, we're not going to min-max too much. Let's just try to heal up. The Light Brigade are almost starting to look like the men they were when you first hired them, downtrodden and beaten by the world, but all this time with the company has made them better men. Despite the exhaustion, there is no tiring out training. There is no wearing down prestige. There is no taxing renown. I did not read that well. When it comes, the Light Brigade will be ready for the next assault. There may be more coming still. So we definitely have to camp. But I don't think any amount of healing is going to fix the armor on Geodric. In terms of armor we have in reserve, we do have this. And we have another piece here. Our inventory is full, though. There's a couple things we could do. We could just put some ammo. Oh, I like that. It even gives them the quivers. Could put the ammo on those guys. The rest of this, though, we really just want to throw that away. So Geodric's armor's trashed. But we need to fix it. Who else? Yeah, so is Mudun's. These others aren't so egregious. I think we could fix it in time. You know what? I can't do it. I've gotta be a little more fashion forward than that. There we go. Alright. That should be enough. That's enough of an adjustment. Let's go ahead and camp. Fast forward. What is this? A blaring horn catches your attention. You go to the top of your defenses and look down to find a herald flying noble colors. He's alone, though his voice easily accounts for a full company. Doth the gentle sellsword seek clemency? Doth the gentle sellsword seek to have another morrow, perhaps another winter and spring? Doth the gentle sellsword wish to liveth so that his... You yell back at him to get to the point. The man clears his throat. The nobles are willing to make a deal. Depart these premises at once, and you will be let go without hounding. Not only this, we submit that your tablet is of wax, and to leave here is to melt its slate clean. All hostilities between the Light Brigade and the North will be set aside by Northern Writ. That is, of course, only if you accept the offer. This is crazy. I've never had this happen. Oh my god. This is a big deal. This is like a pivotal turning point for our campaign. One thing, first off, this war has gone on forever, and I've just been stuck killing these dudes over and over again. It's been very lucrative, and we've made a lot of cash. Sure, but it also has kept us from exploring. It's kept us from, fighting lots of different types of units, and it's kept us from, being up north with, like, the vast majority of the game's content. So... And it also, after a war, it could take a while, I think, for the northern houses to like us again. I want to say that after... it's just been so long, guys, but I want to say that after the event is over, you're safe to go back up north. And it doesn't mess with your relations that much, but I actually don't remember. It'd be nice if you guys let me know in the comment sections. So, I've spent enough time in the south. I would like to do more arenas and stuff. But in the meantime, I'd like to go back up north. I really would. I want to go fight barbarians. I want to fight orcs. I want to do other stuff. So I'm going to take this offer. We're going to miss out on money from our contract, but yeah, I mean, we already got paid in advance a little bit. They're probably going to hate us for a little bit, but I think we have one of the camp followers that makes it so that is it the negotiator that makes it so that we lose hostility faster. So you take the deal. A few of the men grouse, others are relieved, though the hint of one or the other is kept very well hidden to not rouse your own suspicions, no doubt. The Light Brigade lawfully absconds this site, and the Northerners take control. You are given a number of formal scripts which carry every signature of note that could be drawn out of the Northern families, and their formal stamps as well. It will carry you peacefully through Northern territories, though you've no doubt earned that right with the forfeiture of goodwill in the South. Yeah. It's best for the company. That also kept me from having to get wrecked fighting these dudes. Potentially. Not that they would have wrecked me, but... yeah, what an interesting turn of events. I was not expecting this. Definitely going to repair this stuff. And now I want to go and look and see, like, what exactly are we talking about here in terms of who likes us and who doesn't. Yeah, and good thing we stocked up on fire pots, too. Okay. Neutral. And you guys are hostile. Okay. But really, just Al-Hazred. Really? I can still go to the south? Oh my gosh. Let's see if that changes. And that's it. That's the end of the war. We did this right at the end. Okay. During camp, faith placed in the Guilder has been rewarded. The holy war is over. And the Southerners stand victorious. The vizier, councilmen, and clergy alike are found in the streets, each riding great wagons which, in place of wheels, are lofted on the backs of slaves, northern slaves particularly, indebted to the Guilder for their crimes. You can hardly see the men, just their legs black in shadow as though a procession of swaying beetles was on the go. The wealthy and profligate men take their chalices and hurl what looks like golden water upon the cheering faithful. I'm going to assume it's champagne. You yourself lean into one of these splashes, but find it is merely just tinted water. While the foe fortune served only to slake your thirst, the very real war between the followers of the old gods and the Gilded themselves served to fill the Light Brigade's treasury. As a crownling, you never find the respect of bared heads and bowed bodies, nor the prostrations of peasants, nor the gleam of gold too heavy for any one man to carry. That is the reality of you, but that won't stop the company from being ready for the next time the pious want to have a squabble over righteousness. Or perhaps now would be a good time to put up the sword and enjoy your crowns. So this is where normally you can end your campaign. I'm not interested in doing that. We're going to keep on going. The Light Brigade needs their commander. Yep. Keep on going. We're going to go to Hellenberg first. I want to check out their armors and weaponsmiths. Nice. We have a good assortment of food, so our bros are pretty happy about that. Man, it's been so long since I've been to a northern city, and they've got a lot of ruins. But their stuff is mostly intact. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Got a lot of repairs to do before we sell everything at full value. And if the prices here aren't good, it's fine. We'll go to Hakim al-Ramal. We need to sell the silk here, though, I think. I don't know if Hakim al-Ramal is good for silk selling. Prices here to sell are atrocious for everything else. Shield says 15. That's pretty bad. But we need tools, and we need ammo, and we need food. So just like that, we'll fill up on what we do need. I think we need one throwing weapon. Not 100% on that. Let's check the weaponsmith. Okay, nothing we can't live without. Kind of the same at the armory. I don't see anything that I desperately need. Oh no, a Saleh helmet. A Saleh helmet's a good pickup. Let's check my archers real quick. Yeah, I need 2 more. No, I need 3 more. So let's grab one of those. Excellent, and we'll pass that on to Heracles here, who's a very good archer for us. Boom. And a Saleh helmet is 120 and 5 versus this being 80 and 4. So it's 40 more armor for them, and it kind of helps them stay near the dodge nimble ideal. All right, and with that, maybe check the kennel as well. How are we on dogs? I feel like we're a little short on dogs. Yeah. One and 2. Good stuff. Might as well check the hires. Got a runner, got a retired soldier, a bastard. See what the contract is. I don't think we'll be doing this. They just want me to go and try to kill monsters. I'd rather have something a little more directed. But Hakim al-Ramal loves us. The prices are usually amazing. And there's an arena here that we could get up to some goofy nonsense. Should we so choose. Yeah, we're going to need more tools, man. Okay. They're rated with ambush trade routes. That should make the prices to sell incredible. And they're great. The prices to buy are worse. But I think this is good enough. I mean, it's more than good enough. It's great. And just watch as the money rolls in, guys. Could consider keeping some of these heater shields, kite shields. Very tempted to sell the golden goose. I'm truly only keeping it for the memes at this point. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. I don't know. Who knows? That's all good. This is all good. 4. Good on ammo. 8 days worth of food. A little bit of extra stuff in our inventory. Yeah, keeping that for the memes. Oh, that is a great price. But there's not going to be anything for me to buy here. Most likely. Just to check everything out, just to be thorough. But we're going to pop in the arena. Yeah, we'll fight some Unhold. Hell yeah. It's only one Unhold. We should be able to smash him. Who are we going to choose? We don't want to pick dudes who are already arena veterans. Because we're not going to get any more benefit from that. So we need bros like this. Like Theodore, who has fought in the arena. Boom, that's 1. You're good already on that. Miguel. Miguel would be another one. You haven't fought. You haven't fought. Huh. Could have sworn we had another bro who fought in the arena, but maybe not. Probably would be a good idea to get like an archer or something. Could just bring in Anthony. Tempted also to bring in Otmar. Just shank him down. But this should be fine. Let's crush him. It's 1 Unhold. Shooting is probably a waste of time. Because it's just going to heal. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. He's going to jump in and probably throw me. Or knock me around. See if we can land a bill hook hit. It's a bad start. That's good. We got an injury on him. I don't know if they heal up from injuries. Really, really clutch. Hammer's not the best weapon for fighting these guys. And another injury. We fractured his hand. Awesome. And we managed to come out of that without taking any hit point damage. I thought we took some. Maybe we just took some armor damage. But yeah, that was great for us. Put our bros back in the mix. Re-equip our dogs. That was a pretty easy little bit of crowns for us. Not going to complain about that. Kill some nomads. Right over here. I think last time we were here, this was a ton of Necrosavants. This might be worth a revisit. And this is the exact type of fight we should be bringing in new bros in. Yeah. Alright, cool. Give everyone a chance to get some levels. Because they're only going to get it from getting kills, thanks to our oath. Frank has the best chance of getting the bonus renown for us by leveling. Everyone else is pretty high level. Yeah, chances to hit at night here aren't great. You never know, a lucky shot. And they've got archers too. Alright, this is a little absurd though. I would have expected to hit something. Yeah, we keep... I keep forgetting to switch. Theodore back. Man, hitting one out of all of those. I don't know how many that was. 14 more, something like that. Yeah, fighting these dudes at night is great. Their high number of archers is making this a lot less threatening. Though at this stage, 9 of these dudes isn't much of a threat. Would have been better off shooting there, turns out. Wow, come on guys. You're making me look like an idiot. They're like, don't worry boss, we're just really stacking up the fast adaptations. I'm gonna say, we missed this, it's unbelievable. It's an 81%. If these were tough enemies with scary weapons, we'd really be hating our lives right now. Though some of them do have scary weapons, as I say that. He doesn't have quick hands yet, so that kind of sucked. So we weren't able to switch weapons and step in for a better surround next turn. Yeah, be ready for the Nomad Archers to land like all their shots. Happy to not get hit by that mallet. And really unhappy to have Frank stunned. I was hoping he would get this kill to contribute towards his levels. Okay, we take those. This guy's got a shield wall up. We're going to step back here. Try to lock down at least one of the archers. Ooh, okay, this is a good step in. I like that. Only one archer currently isn't stuck in melee. But like I said, we're probably doing them a favor by bringing them in melee. Now they have a chance to hit me. Whew, okay, a little bit of luck. Feels good, go team. This guy just shield walls over and over again. It's annoying, but down he goes. I was going to say, we kill him, we probably rout the whole squad here. And Otmar hasn't landed a single shot yet. I'm a benevolent company sergeant, but when my men miss that many attacks in a row with a rare weapon, gets my blood boiling. Redeem yourself. You didn't do any of the work. You just got all the credit. I don't even know if Noct swung his blade a single time this fight. Down they go. Okay. For our trouble, a few things we can sell. I didn't see. Did we get any kind of level? Nope. Levels are going to be hard to come by. What I'd sort of like to do is finish sweeping this area. Get a clear picture of it. Maybe head up to Kranich Fest. They no longer have ambush trade routes, which is great. They'll end up getting more supplies for us. They're still being raided, though. All we did really was reduce their price to buy things from us. I hear my kids arguing. That's never a good sound. They were watching Pokemon in the living room. I got a new TV and it's pretty sick. Nice hyenas. I got like a big 75-inch TV as a gift from my lady. Pretty sweet gift if you ask me. But it's so big it takes up like my whole living room. And the kids have been watching. Oh, by the way, and I got a PS5. Like all in the same week. I've been looking for one for like a year and a half like everyone else. And I was just in Best Buy looking for a TV stand. And I was like, I'm not buying these TV stands. They're too damn expensive. They cost like twice as much as if you were to go to Target or something. And let's see, let me switch. We're going to do what we did last time in case you were curious. Well, I'll interrupt my terrible TV PlayStation 5 story. But yeah, I just like randomly, I was walking out without what I wanted. And a manager was standing there and she was like, hey, sir, did you find everything you need? And I was like, nope, I didn't. You guys are way too expensive. And then I made a joke and I was like, hey, you wouldn't happen to have any PlayStation 5s, would you? Which is a joke I always make because they never have any PlayStation 5s. No one does. I'm in San Antonio if you're curious. I just haven't been able to find them. And she was like, actually, we just got 2 in today, like this morning, which I think at that time was a few hours before. She's like, we have 2 of them. They're the ones with the disc readers, which are the ones that I wanted, the more expensive ones, but I've got a big DVD collection that I want to use. And, yeah, long story short, I got a PlayStation. I was super stoked. I was kind of surprised that you had to have a Best Buy account in order to buy one. Perhaps for corporate reasons, but also perhaps to prevent scalpers from just buying and selling, which I appreciate. Because people who really want to play them and use them and have them as, or buy them as gifts. I was going to buy my little brother one for Christmas when they came out and couldn't find one anywhere for like under $1,000. So I've had to put off on doing that. Let's try and clear this one hyena. The overwhelm is a little brutal once they start hitting me. But they split themselves up. That's interesting. If they were overwhelming one bro, I'd feel a little bit more scared. We just need to clear one of them, and then we have the numerical superiority. But yeah. And if we clear both, even better. And now we get the surround. Big armor is the bane of Hyena's existence. Good hit. Down they go. Cool. And another nice payday. Killed it. And we're just out here getting paid for absolutely trivial combat. Everyone good, everyone good. Yep. You need to switch back to your throwing weapons. Get you on the flank. I would like to put you in better armor. Don't have better armor currently. Yeah, no reason to stick around here anymore. Let's go up to Kranich Fest. I was trying to think what... I got 2 games for the PlayStation 5, if you guys were curious. Let's kill these nomads. They're walking right into me. You can't walk by free money like that. I got the new Ratchet & Clank game. I've been a Ratchet & Clank fan since I was a little kid and the first one came out. I've owned, I think, all of them. There might be one that I haven't bought. And it would be a more recent one, but I want to say I've owned all of them. And love them. Some of them are better than others. The first, like, 3 or 4 are, like, classics as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, super stoked to be able to find that. I bought a used copy from GameStop because it's pretty hard to find games. I didn't think that was the case either. I knew the console was hard to find, but I didn't realize that the games were also kind of hard to find. But yeah, I learned. Today I learned. Ratchet & Clank, and then I got, oh my god. It tells you how excited I am to play the game that I can't even remember the name of it. Damn, it's like, I heard a lot about it, and I watched someone play it for like 30 minutes once. And it's like a samurai game, takes place in Japan. Ghost of Tsushima? I don't remember. I don't remember. You guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But you're like a samurai running around. I heard it was a really quality game. It looks beautiful. I'm excited to play it, but I kind of it's one of those games that I knew I would like, so I kept myself a bit in the dark and tried not to watch too much of it. That way I wouldn't spoil myself. But I got so much going on in my life, I can't remember the names of things that well anymore. So then when I go to talk about them, I just sound like a stupid dummy. Let's try and get this kill. That would have been a nice one for Frank to land. Otmar, man, you're killing me, Smalls. %. There we go. That was a brutal shot. I felt the impact on that one. And there were other games that I was kind of excited about. I was really excited about the Final Fantasy VII remake, but I couldn't get a PlayStation. So instead of waiting, a year and a half or whatever to play it myself, I watched a guy named Jesse Cox play it on YouTube and spoiled myself for the entire thing. And also in spoiling it, I realized that I probably wouldn't like playing it as much as I enjoyed watching it. It's very, in moments, it's very tedious, monotonous. There are things about it that I don't like. Though I do think it's a pretty sweet remake. But it kind of sucks because it killed the fun that I would have had with the game. Yeah, and got me just kind of apathetic about it, which sucks. I like to get hyped. It's been kind of a long time since I've gotten really, really hyped for any particular video game. Let's see. I gotta tell you, the game that kind of let me down the most, and it's not because it's a horrible, terrible game, it's just because it's not what I wanted from the game, was Darkest Dungeon 2. They did so many things beautifully and so many things wrong, in my opinion. They just kind of, it's like they forgot what it is that people wanted from the original Darkest Dungeon, what it is that they loved, and they just kind of messed with it too much. It doesn't feel the same. It's like the continuity isn't there. I like to build a base. I like to like craft my characters and make stories out of them and roleplay a little bit. And you kind of, at its current state, and I don't know how much it's changed perhaps recently without me knowing, but in its current state, you can't really do any of that. Alright, we made it all the way to, I'm never going to say this easily in one shot, Cranich Fest. And they've been rated. One of my favorite shows to watch is Antiques Roadshow, especially the British ones. I'm a bit of an antiques nerd, and we should probably repair that, but I don't care. And every time they say the names of British towns, and they're like alluding to places and people that as an American I just would never be familiar with. But when they say the names of the places, I'm always like, man. That might as well be like the Shire for what it means to me in actual reality terms. An oath taker here, Sigbold, comes replete with a great sword of his own. We're probably mostly paying for the great sword, to be fair. I have brothers that suck. Guys, if you're like, man, you have so many crappy brothers. Yeah, I do. I have quite a few crappy brothers. I got this brother here who's a miner, who's never going to be great. But you know how I know he's never going to be great? Is if I release him from my company and never give him a chance to shine. Then for sure, 100%, he will never be great. But the way I like to play, I like to take the brothers kind of as they come. There'll be fights where brothers will die and we just have to accept it. And that'll be the times where we're going to have the chance to rebuild our company with really powerful bros. With hedge knights and oath takers and sword masters and, you know, those sort of like top tier backgrounds. But it is not this day, sadly. Might as well check the tavern. Okay. Stay away from Königsmund. Okay. Well, I was probably going to go to Königsmund, although they don't really have a good... It's not really a great spot for me to spend my cash. There's no weaponsmith, there's no armory. I'm tempted to go there just the hopes of getting contracts, because we do need contracts, and for exploring a bit. This is kind of a crappy part of the map, huh? We probably want, if we really want to start making cash again, we almost certainly need to go up north. Nomads? Another case of like, I should probably just take this fight. Passing on fights when we have this oath is just dumb. We just can't afford to do it. So this will probably be the last fight of the day. And I mean, look at the gear. This is definitely worth. It's going to be a couple 100 crowns for this. I'm probably not going to shoot too much more. I like to not get hit by that weapon. But yeah, we've got 13%ers. That's not happening. We'll jump in where it makes sense. That was a beautiful hit. Gonna make my life easy. These are still 39%, softening that one up. That makes sense. Knocked, however. Yeah, get him in on there. The rest of these are probably archers. Nope, not entirely. expecting all these shots to whiff. But yeah, talking about the PlayStation 5, it gives me a lot of nostalgia. One of the ways I bonded with my older brother growing up, who had a lot of interests that didn't include video games, was with the first PlayStation. It was such like a new thing when it came out. It was so much like cooler than previous consoles. I guess maybe the Dreamcast. Dreamcast I think was before. Shows how much I can remember. Pretty sure it was before the PlayStation. So there were some consoles out, but just in my house, maybe I should say. It was such a new, cool thing. We bonded over playing it. We played like, I don't know, man, like 100 games. And he was kind of a cool older brother when it came to letting his little brother play. We're 12 years apart. That gives you some idea of the difference. So that, you know, PlayStation 1 holds a special place in my heart. That and we had a 98 compact computer that I played Red Alert on. The OG Red Alert. And then eventually I think we got a newer computer that I played, you know, Warcraft 3. But these are a lot of like my first games were on PlayStation 1. And eventually I had friends who had the Nintendo 64. And then I had to have one of those too. And saved up my allowance money, whatever, and bought one of those. Played Star Fox. I recently purchased a Nintendo 64 kind of for myself for Christmas. Along with some games. Some of my favorite Nintendo 64 games. I've got Ocarina of Time. I've got Mario Tennis. That was always a favorite of mine. Whenever we go over to a babysitter's house, that's what we would play. Mario Tennis. 2v2. One of the most fun times I've ever had as a kid playing video games. What else do I have? I have Ogre Battle 64. I think my all-time favorite video game ever. Oh, that's close. That's hard to say. Red Alert 2, Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne, which is the basically Game 2 expansion pack, whatever you want to call it, for the Warcraft series. I'm trying to think of what my favorite, if I had to list favorite games. Ogre Battles is definitely up there. Final Fantasy X was another game I got a lot of mileage out of. But anyway. Yeah, had the PlayStation 2. Played Dynasty Warriors 3, I think is the best Dynasty Warriors. Played the hell out of that. And, you know, like I said, Final Fantasy X I played a ton of. Final Fantasy VII I played on PlayStation 1. But I was too young. I was too young to really get that game. I played a lot of, like, RPGs that had, like, 4 discs. You know, and it took 100 hours for me to beat it. And at the end of it, I was like, what the hell did I just play? No idea. I had older cousins who would let me borrow their games sometimes. But they didn't always make sense to me, though. But yeah, oh, the other last game I was going to say is potentially my favorite would be Pokemon Yellow. I talked a little bit about Pokemon in the last episode, and I got a message in the comments saying, hey man, do a Pokemon playthrough. But I'm not sure. I see bigger YouTube channels than me doing emulator runs. But I feel emulators, first off, are illegal, and Nintendo is super litigious. I know this. But I don't know how these big YouTube channels, who a lot of them are somewhat like Nintendo affiliated, get away with making these YouTube channels. Maybe they have to not monetize it in some... I don't know. I don't know how it works. But boy, would I love to do like a Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Gold, Heart Gold, Heart Silver, whatever they're called. Some of those era games. They're the ones I love the most and played the most. But man, that was my childhood for sure. Was playing the hell out of Pokemon games. I was trying to remember the other day who was the first Pokemon I ever got to level 100. And it was either Mewtwo or Pikachu. Or Charizard. It's hard to remember who. But it's funny the things you remember as a kid. It's like I was thinking about Dynasty Warriors 3 as well. Like, who was the first dude I beat the game with? And it was definitely Guan Yu. If you don't know who Guan Yu is, look that dude up. They have statues of him that are like bigger than the statues of Liberty in China. It's kind of crazy. On our way to Königsmund, where we will probably end today's episode. Just sell off our goods. Lots of contracts. Excellent. It's what we've been missing. Raider here. And like I said, really nowhere to spend our money. And probably not even great places to sell. But we're not going to concern ourselves with that. We're just going to clear our inventory as it comes. And yeah, the prices were pretty good here. Cool. Buy a little bit of everything. Because we're going to be out doing stuff whenever we come back. But honestly, whenever we come back, we're going to be playing as our Anonymous run. And getting back into that. So this might be the last time you see the Light Brigade for a few episodes. So guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Brett, channel's Good Talk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.